Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King 2, and today I'm gonna be giving you part 10 of What If Naruto Got a New Bloodline. Remember to get this 1 to 100 like as usual, share this to all of your friends on your social media platform, and go ahead and check out What If Naruto Was the Next Sage of Six Path. I just posted a new episode of that on this channel, so go ahead and enjoy that. And on my main channel tonight, I'm gonna be giving you what if Naruto was trained to be a mercenary, and also what if Naruto was Natsuki. So stay in tune and switch over there and enjoy all the lovely what is coming your way. And if you haven't yet clicked that red subscribe button, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and click that red subscribe button and join the Anime King family and be a part of the channel. And thank you all for your support and help. And comment down below and tell me if you're new. I'll be replying and talking back to all of you guys. So yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into it. So, the last time we left off, it was basically Naruto training with Jiraiya for the entire month as he's getting to learn more about his bloodline and all that. We then entered the finals of the Chunin exam, where Naruto and Neji was the first match. As Naruto made his promise a reality, but just because of Hinata. Hinata was the one who saved Neji because Naruto was going to kill him for what he'd done. But instead, Naruto ended up beating him to a pulp and used the chains, and he then used his chakra molding ability and turned the chains into spike and cut Neji all over, leaving him in a pool of his own blood on the ground and winning the match. So yeah, that was basically the last part we left off. You guys can switch across and check out the other parts for yourself. So let's start this new episode. We start this new episode right after Naruto won his match. All of the group was in shock at how the match ended, with Tenten looking down at her fallen teammate with fears in her eyes, as they all saw Hinata as she had her Byakugan activated with a smile on her face. "Hey Hinata, are you actually happy that Naruto got revenge for you?" Kiba asked as he was surprised, as Hinata was a kind and gentle person. "No Kiba, I am not happy about that. I am happy that Naruto kept his word. Neji is still alive," Hinata said with a smile on her face. "What? You mean somebody actually survived that?" Sakura asked. "Yeah," said Shikamaru. "It is troublesome, but with all our village medics stay, he will probably be healed and ready for action in a few days." "How?" Sakura asks. "I mean, he's bleeding so badly." "Well, even if he went easy, I am glad that I didn't face off against him, or I didn't get him angry," Kiba said, as you remember Naruto took it easy on him in their fight, as Naruto could have killed the both of them with ease. Right here we're going to have a time skip, since the rest of the fights are practically the same except for Naruto's. Soon enough, Gaara began to take on a demonic transformation, where a massive genjutsu fell on all the people that were watching, putting them to sleep as the invasion began. Soon, Saratobi was forced into a barrier which he had to fight, and the rest of the village shinobis had to fight off the incoming attack. For Naruto, he was in the forest fighting off Gaara by himself, seeing as the others were incapacitated or busy somewhere else, meaning that he stood alone with his blade in his hand as Gaara stood in front of him with a sadistic look on his face. "You will prove my existence," Gaara told Naruto in a voice that already sounded demonic. "Gaara, I know you're a Jinchuriki, and so am I. Well, don't let it control you. Control your urges," Naruto yelled. "Blood, blood, mother wants blood," Gaara said, letting loose his bloodlust. "Very well, then I will have to fight you," Naruto said. As he think by the way Gaara is acting, he was being completely controlled by his Biju. "This is exactly what Jiraiya was warning me not to let happen to myself. Now how am I going to fix this?" Naruto had to come out of his thought as Gaara sent several balls of sand towards him at high speed, and he had to jump out of the way and dodge them. As he tried to wait for the attack, but he had to dodge a large sand hand that was coming on him, forcing him into defense. Soon enough, Naruto went as he dodged all of Gaara's attacks with sand shurikens and limbs of sand. After a while, Naruto managed to cut right through one of Gaara's sand hands as it dropped on the ground with a loud thud. Well, that is one problem dealt with, Naruto thought, as he then saw it quickly dissolve into sand and move back towards Gaara. As Gaara's body was getting covered in sand, about 80% of his body was now covered. "Stop stalling and let mother feast upon your blood," Gaara called out as his ki leaked, making even Temari shivered in fear. "Man, this kid is a goner. I never felt Gaara release this much ki at a simple person. This Naruto kid must be someone special for Gaara to be so interested in killing him." Temari thought from her hiding spot in a distance away as she looked over at Naruto, and then she was shocked. How is this kid not affected by this? He doesn't even look slightly afraid of Gaara. What kind of monster of a person does he have to be to fight Gaara in this bloodlust state? As Temari was a distance away as she was already shivered from Gaara's bloodlust, but Naruto stood there as his face seemed unfazed. He wasn't scared. Naruto then rushed forward at Gaara with his mother blade as it was glowing green around the edges. He then slashed at Gaara several times, cutting deep into the sand, but he still didn't manage to cut at Gaara's real body. "Damn, I was hoping to at least hurt him," Naruto mumbled out, annoyed with the sand. Still, he didn't give up, but he had to jump away as Gaara tried to seal him in a massive desert coffin. "Just hurry up and give your blood to mother. She make it so no one can hurt me. Just hurry up and die," Gaara told him, but Naruto ignored Gaara. Naruto then channeled more chakra down into his blade, wind chakra, as he cried out, "Wind slash!" as he slashed the air several times, making a near invisible attack fly at Gaara. These attacks all hit Gaara's sand form, as they all cut right through Gaara's sand and cut right into his flesh. "Blood? Blood?" Gaara screamed out as he saw his own blood, and then a great pool of sand surrounded Gaara as the Shikaku was formed and Gaara was on top of the forehead. As he did a one-hand sign, "Mother, be free," he shouted. "Possum style," he said, as Gaara's body went limp. "What the hell?" Naruto asked as he looked up at the massive sand creature. "I am free!" Shikaku cried out as he was happy, as Naruto stared up at the creature in shock. "Well, I have to say that I did not expect that," Naruto thought, as he then quickly got out of his shock and bit his thumb, knowing the only way he can fight it. Summoning jutsu as he slammed his hand on the ground, and there was a puff of smoke. "Oi kid, why did you summon me here?" Gamabunta asked as he then noticed Shikaku. "How do you manage to find yourself in more trouble than Jiraiya ever did?" Gamabunta complained as Naruto shrugged as he was standing on top of his head. "I don't know, just lucky I guess. But do you mind helping me with this?" Naruto asked. "Yeah, I will help with this large pile of sand, but you owe me another large bottle of that sake again," Gamabunta told Naruto, who simply agreed. "Yeah, time to kill," Shikaku yelled, as he then finally noticed Naruto and Gamabunta. He quickly sent ear bullets at them without wasting time to aim. Gamabunta quickly jumped straight up in the air and landed beside Shikaku as he fired water bullets at Shikaku, who quickly cancelled them out with ear bullets. He then took out his sword and tried to slash at Shikaku, but the sand ended up covering the sword and was rushing up on his hand, so he had to let go and jump back. "Kid, we need to wake up the Jinchuriki. This is the only way to stop this thing." "Yeah, but how we do that? when the beast is controlling him? Simply really, we just need to shock him with something. Basically a simple punch will do it. Yeah, but how we do that when he's covered in a bunch of sand? Just looked at the demon's head, said Gamabunta, as Naruto finally saw Gaara's body hanging on top of Shikaku's head. As Naruto wondered, how stupid is Shikaku? Why would he put Gaara right there? That is an obvious weak point. Okay then, but how do we reach him? Simply because I doubt that the Shikaku will have me wake him up so easily. Well, there is two things really. One, we do a combination transformation jutsu where you turn the both of us into something so powerful that it could hold him down. Or we could make him into a chunk of ice using toad oil and fire jutsus. You pick, kid. Well, I will pick the transformation, said Naruto. Seeing that I don't have fire as a strong chakra element, Naruto told him. Okay then, think of something with claws. Something that can hold on to that thing. I got it, said Naruto, as the both of them yelled out transform, and for a few seconds there was cloud. Smoke. As Shikaku looked over, when the smoke cleared, it was a nine-tailed fox. So they quickly rushed forward and dug their claws into Shikaku's arm, as the hench then vanished as Naruto ran up to the sand arm with the sand trying to attack him all the way up. As the sand got so bad, Naruto used his chakra as a shield as he put it around him like a ball surrounding him as the sand was booming right off. But it wasn't so good for Gamabunta as the sand squeezed him till he had to poof away and go back to Mount Miyaboku. As Naruto then finally reached Gaara as he made his shield disappear as he pulled back his hand ready to punch Gaara, but the sand held on to his hand. Wake up, Naruto said as he moved forward and used his head and slammed into Gaara. Damn it, and I just got here, said Shikaku as his body started to crumble up. As the both of them fell down to the ground, as Naruto used a lot of chakra using that shield, so the both of them were down on the ground. But Naruto still had chakra, as he used his chakra to create a stick and pulled him up off the ground, as he slowly walked towards Gaara. No, stay away, Gaara screamed, as he was in no position to move. Calm down, Gaara, I am not going to hurt you anymore, Naruto told him, shocking him. What? No, anyone that found out about Mother wants to hurt me, Gaara said, as he was afraid since his son wasn't responding to him. Gaara, your mother isn't your real mother. Don't listen to that voice inside of you. It is just a tail beast trying to control you, Gaara. Instead, look for people to be your precious people, like your brother and sister to protect. That is where your true strength lies, Naruto told him. What would you know about what I have to deal with? You know nothing, Gaara told him. I know, because I was just like you until I found my precious people. So please, just trust some of them, Naruto told him. As suddenly Temari and Kankuro appeared. As they stand in front of Gaara, Kankuro was ready to fight. No, said Gaara. Let's go home. As the both of them were shocked that Gaara was giving up, but they listened to him as they picked him up. As Gaara looked at Naruto before turning back his head as his siblings and him disappeared. Around the village, the invaders were being pushed out of the village as they got the call to retreat because they couldn't win. As they were pushed out of the village because the invasion failed. As we have a time skip right here, same like original, straight to the funeral of Sarutobi, where countless of people showed up. As almost everyone was upset to see their Hokage be taken down like this. As Naruto felt nothing but pain. For a while, everyone left the gravesite, as 3 people remained: Asuma, Konohamaru, and Naruto. As Asuma had to force Konohamaru to go home, as Asuma was going to do the same to Naruto, but then he saw someone behind Naruto, as it was Hinata. So he walked away, leaving Hinata to Naruto, saying that she would comfort him better than he could ever. "Come on Naruto, let's go get you home," Hinata told Naruto in a gentle voice as she hugged him from behind. But she didn't get any response from Naruto. "He wouldn't have wanted you to stand out here all day, now would he?" Hinata asked with a small smile on her face. As Naruto then got up, as he slowly walked back to his home, with Hinata guiding him by the hand. So they slowly made it through Konoha, which was easy to do as most people were taking a day off to mourn due to the loss. But they eventually made it to Naruto's apartment as he fumbled around with the key till he eventually opened the door, which led to him getting another hug from Haku when she noticed they came in. For she was already home as she left early to make dinner for Naruto, but he did not have the desire to eat. But the both of them just walked with him as he arrived to his bed and just dropped on it. As both girls entered the bed as well and covered themselves with a blanket, Haku hugging him from behind and Hinata hugging him from the front. As neither of them said a word, they were just there for him until he fell asleep. The next morning, the three teenagers slept calmly for several hours until there was a loud knock that woke them up. But they ignored the knocking and tried to go back to sleep because they all felt so comfortable. But the person was not giving up as the knocking got louder. Outside of the apartment, Kurunai was both worried and annoyed, for early in the morning, she was looking for Hinata as she knew that Hinata didn't make it home. So she quickly started search for Hinata but didn't find her anywhere. So she decided to head towards Naruto's home. When she got there, she felt three chakra signature inside of the house and close together, and that made her even frustrated even though she was relieved. But she got pissed as she then quickly fried the seal that kept the door locked and entered. As she entered, she had to dodge several traps. When she did that, she went to the bedroom. As she got pissed as she looked down, Naruto in the middle with Hinata holding him along with Haku, and they were all asleep. After they felt the key, all of them quickly jumped up as Naruto put up a chakra seal to protect the girls. But then he saw that it was Kurunai as he released the seal. "Kurunai sensei, what are you doing here?" Naruto asks. "How dare you take it from her? And at such a depressing time," she asks in frustration. As when Hinata heard this, she blushed heavily. "Kurunai sensei, we didn't do anything like that. We just fell asleep," Hinata told her. "I knew this would happen if you dated him. Now come with me away from this man," Kurunai ordered. As she walked over and grabbed her hand. "No, I want to stay with Naruto," Hinata told her, as she was serious. "No, I will not let you stay here with Naruto, having your foolish fantasy of love," Kurunai told her. As she walked up to Hinata, but she was forced to jump back as several spikes of green chakra fly towards her as they were intended to cut her arm right off. "You will not insult Hinata while I am around," Naruto said as he got angry, which normally wouldn't have made Kurunai sensei stop since he was a genin and she was a jonin. But she then saw something. As she looked into his eyes, as she saw them red as he was close to using the demon's yokai, something that quickly increased the danger level of a fight. "Stand down, Naruto. If you attack me, then you will be in a lot of trouble. She is my student. That means I have the right to do whatever I think is necessary," Kurunai told him, thinking that he wouldn't want to get in trouble. As she reached for Hinata, but she saw the red color in Naruto's eyes growing as they were now glowing, as she tensed up and stopped, waiting for another attack. As the green chakra started to turn into spikes, but Hinata placed a hand on Naruto's shoulder and shook her head, and it seemed to calm Naruto down. Course, seeing that he was now calm, Kurunai went to get her student, but Hinata was glaring at her. Kurunai sensei, although you have a right to rule me as my sensei, but you are not to control me every time. You have no right to say anything about my love life, seeing that it doesn't have anything to do with my career. Besides, if you haven't noticed, nothing happened. We are all fully dressed. Now, leave us alone, or I will get you in trouble and request a new sensei. As Hinata said that, Kurunai quickly snapped out of her rage. Because when anything like that happened, it was usually done, the student being unable to work with your teacher. Meaning that one of them disliked the other, or simply because it's a bad teacher. But Kurunai didn't ever mistreat Hinata or anything like that. She was like a sister to her. Now Hinata, you know I think of you as a sister. I watched you grow up. I just want the best for you, Kurunai told the girl in a gentle, calm voice. But Hinata just continued to glare at the girl. And the best for me is being with Naruto, said Hinata. But he just slept with you, and you are too, as Hinata cut her off before she could say anything more. Nothing happened other than me comforting my sad boyfriend along with Haku, Hinata told her, as she just noticed that the both of them had their clothes on. Even Naruto, all of them, were completely clothed. Hinata then stopped as she walked over. I know you care about me, sensei, but I am old enough to do some things by myself. So while I appreciate your care, please let me live my life, other than you shielding me off against everything. Okay, Hinata asked, as she got a nod from Kurunai, as Hinata then gave her a hug. Thank you, she told her happily and then looked back at Naruto. I will be back soon, I just need to change. As she then went off to her own home. After she left, Naruto quickly walked up to Kurunai. I know you care about Hinata, but you have nothing to fear from me. I won't ever do anything to harm her. And if anyone tried to do anything to her, just let me handle that, Naruto said, as he had an evil smile on his face. As Kurunai looked at him, he looked more evil, to protect Hinata even than Anko when she's doing her interrogation. But she now knows that Naruto has no ill intentions toward Hinata or want to do anything out of the way. But she just smiled at him. And for what it is worth, sorry for accusing you, she told him. Don't worry about it, it did look bad. Besides, I shouldn't let my emotions control me so much, he told her with a frown. You know, there is nothing wrong with protecting your girlfriend. Yes, but I shouldn't let myself fall into rage or any other negative emotions. There was another knock on the door. As Naruto went over there, as he opened back the door, Kakashi-sensei, what are you doing here? He asked, as Kakashi was standing there. Hey Naruto, just want to tell you that our team have a week off from training until Konoha recovers, Kakashi told him. Okay sensei, Naruto told him. Kakashi just nodded as he poofed away. Now, Kurunai-sensei, you're welcome to stay, but both of us have to get changed, since Hinata want to do something today, Naruto told her. As he then went into his bathroom, as she then left, but she stayed on the top of his roof, as she wondered what Hinata had planned. A half an hour later, Naruto was finally ready for the day, physically anyways, because if it was up to him, he would have spent the entire day just wallowing inside of his own room. As he got snapped out of his thoughts, as there was a knock at his door, making him walk over towards it. And when he did, he saw Ino smiling back towards him. Hey Naruto, can I come in? She asked as Naruto nodded, as the both of them walked into Naruto's room. Of course later, Haku joined them with some snacks, as Naruto hasn't eaten anything. So they all sit around, simply eating in silence, waiting for someone to break it. Naruto, first off, I am sorry for not being with you yesterday. My parents needed me at the flower shop. So how are you holding up? Ino asked as she was unsure how to help a depressed person. As she couldn't make it, most people wanted flowers for the funeral, so she was busy. I am sad, but he would have still wanted me to push on, Naruto told her. Yes, he would have. So, do you want to do something? But before Naruto could answer, there was another knock at the door. As Naruto went, as he opened it, as it was Hinata. Hello Naruto, ready to go? Hinata asked. Yes, but Ino and Haku are here, and they will probably want to come with us, Naruto told her. Which Hinata didn't seem to really mind. Time skip, they all went off as they reached the training ground, who had Hinata's teammates on it. Hello Kiba, hello Shino, what are you guys doing here? Ino asked as she walked up to the boys. Hinata asked us to come here, but we don't know why, Shino told her. Now will you tell us why we're here? Ino asked Hinata, who simply smiled. Well, we are going to play a training game. A training game? How would that be fun? We stopped playing those things years ago, Kiba said. Yes, but the one I invented will still be good for all of us, she told him. As she pulled a scroll from her pocket and it then unsealed to become a massive scroll made entirely out of stone. You see, we need to set up 2 gold points way apart, and the theme of this game is to bring the weighted scroll over to your team gold points. Meanwhile, the other team will be fighting against each other using anything but jutsu and lethal force to try and stop them. So we will train by sparring, making plans and running, and much more. So, who are the teams? Ino asked. Well, it's simple, boys versus girls, said Hinata with a smile. Hours passed after their game, as everyone was kind of hungry, as they then saw Amy with a ramen cart. What is this? Naruto asked, as Hinata smiled. Well Naruto, today, ramen will be coming to you, she said, as Naruto get a smile on his face, as he saw Amy walking up to them, waving to them all. As Amy then passed around the bowls. When she reached towards Naruto, she gave him a bowl, but she stopped him as she asked him how he was doing today. As Naruto told her that every minute passed, and with all of his friends and everyone here, make it a little better. Amy then looked at Naruto as she felt a burning desire to tell Naruto her feelings, as she didn't know why, but she wondered if she should. Or would he just turn her down, and then it would be awkward between the both of them. But she had to do something, as she mumbled out, Naruto, I sort of liked you, really fast. Can you repeat that? He asked, hoping that he wasn't hearing things. Amy took a deep breath as she calmed herself. Naruto, I like you, she said, as she was blushing like crazy. Naruto stood there for a while not saying anything, as she was starting to worry, thinking that he would turn her down. Well, I am honored that you like me, Amy, and I like you too, but I already have several girlfriends thanks to the CRA, so would that be okay with you? Naruto asked as he watched several emotions go across her face in minutes. As when he told her that he liked her, she looked overjoyed, but then looked worried. But then finally, she became happy again. Yes, I already know about them, and I would be happy to be with you, just as long as you promise to love all of us, she told him. And he quickly agreed, seeing that he was already planning to do so, as he then got a hug and a kiss from his newest girlfriend. But guys, I'm gonna be ending this episode right here. If you want to see the next part of this, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification to stay posted. And yeah guys, remember to go ahead and check out my main channel after this. I'm going to be posting what if Naruto was trained to be a mercenary, and also what if Naruto was Nosuke. But for now guys, I'm out. Peace.